Yay! We
Hello.
are live.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello. Hey, fam.
How is everyone doing on this Swift AF Sunday?
It's a Swift AF day. I just moved my camera and I don't know why. There we go. We have like old comments up, and I don't know if we need to like restart the comments. I don't know.
What do you mean we have old comments up?
Well, there's me. Hi, that's me.
Hi.
In the box here is comments from our last chat.
Oh, I don't see that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh no, now I see. Oh, now I see them. Maybe I still saw them. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, hello, Madam
Hi,
Pink Unicorn.
Shaylin. Okay, perfect. Hi, everybody who's here. Casual
Watcher. Hello.
Here. Hello, Casual Watcher.
Welcome to our Swift AF Sunday series. We are going to, first of all, I'm Holly. Hello to anyone new.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Yay. And we are going to be doing this series. It's going to be fun. It's basically like we're going to be like catching up on the week. We're going to be going over, hi T Lee.
Hi T Lee.
We're going to be going over everyone's you know, like we're gonna go over what happened in the week in the Swiftyverse. What
like a Swiftie roundup kind of Taylor news for the week.
Yeah, and then we'll be launching into theories, discussions.
Because we're always thinking,
We're always thinking, and then we are going to open it up to Q&A because we really want to answer and hear your questions or theories or feelings about what's going on right now. And it doesn't have to be like limited to the showgirl. I mean, it can be anything in this. Well, it could really be anything, to be honest with you. But from any era, any Swiftie related, whatever, or just anything at all. So we're here.
Right. Like if you have any questions about like a specific era or like inside joke or an Easter egg or a past relationship of hers or something you saw online that you didn't understand or
totally,
we're here to answer the questions.
We're here to do this.
So we're going to do that like towards the end so you can sort of like have time to think about what your questions might be.
Get your cues ready. Get your cues and
we'll get your cues ready for our A's.
So, what a week it's been.
It's been a week. The news doesn't stop with Taylor Swift.
Hold on. Can I just ask whoever's listening, does my mic sound okay? I like literally had to redo everything, like record everything. So I'm just like nervous that it's not coming out, but okay.
Sounds good to me.
If I sound like shite, will you please just let me know? Thank you.
Yes. Heads up.
So,
okay. So I think, thank you, Shaylin. I think the kind of the biggest Taylor news has been this donation that she made. Which is just like such a beautiful thing. I actually saw the original post by this mom.
Are we talking about the
little girl with cancer?
Yeah. Okay.
The GoFundMe.
Yeah. Okay.
So she originally made a post and it was the little girl and she was watching the new video and she was saying like, that's my friend Taylor Swift. And the mom was like, well, it's no wonder she thinks Taylor Swift is her friend, and like showed this like super cut of her listening to Taylor Swift when she was still in utero and like all these sweet moments of her like dancing to Taylor Swift while the little girl was in the high chair. And so obviously like Taylor Swift has just been imprinted in this girl's life.
Yeah.
And now this girl is battling cancer and you know, there's nothing in this video about like their GoFundMe or anything like that. It was just this very sweet video of this little girl enjoying the new Taylor Swift music video. And so a couple days later, and they're not like anybody I follow, it just came up on my feed. A couple days later, it came up. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
we are gonna get to that because that's been on my mind a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And I have lots of information about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with something positive though.
Yeah. We're gonna start with some positives, and then we're gonna go into the unhinged wild behavior.
Right. So then somehow Taylor heard about this because I think she's a lot of people out there like scouring looking
of
for
course.
stories like this. And
Definitely.
they found this family did have a GoFundMe. And Taylor not only met the entire GoFundMe like set amount, I think she like doubled it. I think actually from my understanding is that GoFundMe actually had to extend their limit of what someone could give in order to and so Taylor could give the amount that she wanted to give. So Taylor gave, I believe, $100,000, which is insanely generous on just as it is. But then as this story came out, obviously the family was very thankful. I think that the mom's sister kind of put out the story, you know, and then Swifties, being Swifties, started giving their own donations.
Totally.
$13 a Swiftie, basically. They each gave $13. And now the family has raised basically double that, almost $200,000. For these
Swiftie magic. Pure
magic.
Swiftie magic.
And I just saw a post from the mom again today where she said that now they absolutely do not have to worry about any medical bills at all, and they can just focus on getting this sweet little Swiftie girl better. And it's an absolutely beautiful thing.
Totally gorgeous.
What Taylor did, you know, Taylor didn't have to do it, obviously, and the Swifties could have easily just said, "Oh, well, Taylor gave her money, and so we don't have to do anything," but they didn't.
Swifties never do that.
I know.
They never do that.
And then the other big charitable thing that Swifties did is the otter shirt.
Yes.
That Taylor wore in.
I ordered one, but it's the back ordered one.
The cute little otter shirt. The aquarium, the Monterey Bay Aquarium, released it again as a fundraiser. And sold it out. Just completely sold it out. I paused, which I just need to learn not to do. And I didn't get one.
I think they brought them back because I got one that says like, this is on back order. So so they're like, we don't really know when you're going to get it.
Oh, okay. I just checked it yesterday and maybe I read it wrong. I thought it said that they said like it was paused, PAWS. Paused. So I think maybe they're just trying to like fulfill as many orders as they can because they don't want to overpromise, which makes sense.
Totally.
So I'm sure they will do it again. But again, it's just another, you know, Swiftie generosity that is going to the aquarium. That's going to, you know, a great cause. And
totally. And an absolutely beautiful aquarium, historical, beautiful. And here's the thing, like, you know, if I was a billionaire, I would be doing things like this too. And like she like the thing that like really astounds me is like, why is this ever a bad thing? You know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh, Taylor, you know, then you hear like the stupid crap. Oh, Taylor's just doing this for attention, as if she needs more attention.
Right.
Like she has the world's attention right now. There's nothing but Taylor attention, you know?
And let's just play devil's advocate. What if she was? Who cares? She made an enormous difference to that family and to that little girl. So who cares?
If she's like doing covert narcissism, who cares? Who really cares if people are being helped and whatever? Like, it doesn't matter, you all. Like, the mission is getting missioned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's wild. Like, she gives so much, and she does really, really heartfelt givings. I mean, she like goes to a lot of hospitals, and there's a lot of stuff that she does that doesn't ever make the news. You know what I mean? Unless
or the only way we find out about it is because the person who got the money talks about it. It's not Taylor out here saying, "Oh, I did X, Y, and Z."
Exactly.
Which she easily could.
Exactly. Yes. It's like we find out because the people told us, not her PR, whatever, like the actual person or family or whatever chose to speak about it. So it's like, you know, I mean, like, not to be this girl, but like, who else is doing that?
Right.
I mean, truly,
Well, it's frustrating to me. You know, yes, she is a billionaire. And people will say there's no ethical millionaires, there's no ethical billionaires, and maybe that's true. But I will say with Taylor, the money she's made with her creativity. She's made that money from her own life, from her own things. She's not created something that has, you know, destroyed the, you know, I mean.
Right. And you know what else? Here's the other thing, just to go on what you're saying, because this is the point that really truly does need to be made. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because her like empire is truly based upon her own creative mind, period.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But secondly, like, you know, she doesn't have, she really doesn't have to do anything with it. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to do anything. She does so much. I mean, she really does so much. And I don't know any other, I mean, there really is no one at her caliber, but even like the tier down, that's not, you know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Here's the thing that really sets her apart. And it may just be a talking point, but I truly don't care, because I love when she does this, and she does it all the time, and she has from the beginning. And so to me, it's like, I don't even care if this is just a tree pane talking point or not. But she makes especially like when you think about like her, when she's having the conversations about rebuying her masters, she doesn't say, well, I bought them because I'm a billionaire and I can, right? No, what she says is what? Thank you to my fans, because they came to the Eras Tour and they allowed me to be able to do this. Okay.
And find me one Swiftie out there who says, oh, I regret buying those tickets. I regret buying those variants.
There isn't a one.
Help her do that. All of us were like, me? I helped with that? Like, I feel amazing. Yes,
and she says it all the she says it all the time. It wasn't even just a once and done like statement. She says it in every single one of these interviews that she's been in. When it comes up, she says it repetitively and all the time. So it's just like, you know, she does make a ton of money, right? Obviously
she does. And she doesn't even do, like, she did used to do like a lot of endorsements, especially like the 1989 era. She doesn't do a lot of endorsements. Like, so much of that money is really just from her music.
Oh, totally. It is. It is a self-built empire.
And really great investments, I'm sure, too. But yes, absolutely.
It truly is. I was watching something or reading something the other day that really blew my mind. And it caused me to think about something for a while. Hold on, let me read this. I don't believe that Taylor is proof that there can be ethical billionaires. She treats and pays her staff well and gives them truthful benefits. And yes. And she also like the bonuses that she was handing out for the Eras,
absolutely, healthcare and like so many things that she doesn't have to.
And like the bonuses for the entire staff. Okay. Like not just her dancers and people on stage with her, like the caterers, the like housekeeping,
right? The people who,
the truck drivers, the unloaders, the rig setup, the
roadies,
every single person who was involved with the Eras Tour in any way, she gave bonuses to. And it totaled, I think it was like, it totaled up being like $75 million in bonuses. $75 million in bonuses. That is crazy. And what's even more wild is that, 197, I was wrong. Oh. It's $197 million in bonuses.
Even more insane.
Totally. I thought it was 90. Why is this doing this? I'm sorry. My camera is freaking out.
Oh, your camera's doing that thing again where
I gotta turn it off. Sorry. And the thing is that not only did she give them the bonus, but she like wrote them all letters and
personal letters.
And she paid the taxes on it.
Yes, that's huge.
So
That's
it's
enormous,
like,
because it would have cut it in half, basically, probably.
right. So it's like you're actually getting $100,000 and I paid the taxes on it. So it really is $100,000. That's like truly, I mean, we can go on and on. You know, did you figure out the phone outside the dressing room in the Fate of a Feeling musical, the one outside the room she walks out in the red outfit?
Figure out can we put a pin on that?
Yeah,
Because
we're gonna come back
with,
to
like, the controversial stuff. I want to deal with all that, get it out of the
yeah,
way, then dive
and then
into
we're
all
gonna
the
go right into the Ophelia
okay.
and the
So
in Life
Darren,
of a
don't
Showgirl.
forget that. Put
We
a
won't.
little pin in it.
We are pinning that.
I also want to say this is because this is something I've been seeing and something I've been trying to push back against online, is this when people are talking about this GoFundMe and they're like, well, that's great. Now have her say something about Gaza. Listen, what is happening to the Palestinians is absolutely horrific.
Horrific.
Free
it's
Palestine.
horrific.
Free Palestine. But here's what I need people to understand. Taylor Swift is absolutely a very, very powerful woman, but and yet she has moved the needle on certain things in the past. She is not the be all end all. I love her. She's not. Perfect example. She endorsed Kamala. And look where we are. Okay. So you can't say that if she were to speak out against the genocide or whatever cause is close to your heart, that somehow it would drastically have this tidal wave motion, because it's just simply not true. The difference between a geopolitical situation that has been ongoing for decades and Swifties giving $13 donations to a little girl with cancer are like staggeringly different. Okay, so to try to put both of these together as if she can do this one thing, why can't she do this other thing, is
the other thing,
it's mind-blowing to me. But the biggest thing, the hugest thing to me is, first of all, actually two things I'm going to say. I think the political climate right now is so, she would not just be putting herself into more danger. I think she would be willing to put herself into more danger. She would be putting us into danger, I think, because people are so like volatile about this whole situation. They're being fed information. People have very strong opinions about it. And so, okay, so there's that side of it. But even more so, so the people who do make the policy, and I'm not going to name a particular person's name, but they obviously have a problem with Taylor Swift, right?
Truly. A major problem.
Well documented. So I don't understand what anybody thinks that if Taylor Swift comes out and says, I support this, I think this, that particular person who has a long, well-documented, well-known history for retaliating against people who don't agree with that particular person, I don't understand how they think that somehow that's going to get things to move to a direction, a favorable direction for the people that we want to live in peace and harmony.
Absolutely. And also we can't overlook the like the terrorist threat that she encountered on the tour, right? We have no idea what that was about, what group, what reasoning. I mean, she can't get involved in things that are like, we don't know what that was about. We don't know what the plot was.
And we don't know the threats
that real
receives on a daily basis either.
You know what I mean? We know it was real. All the governments were involved. It was like a literal terrorist threat. And that's so serious, and it's so we don't know the things that it's tied to. Like we really don't. And it puts everyone at danger. It puts her at danger. I mean, sadly, if it was like a way, like if the terrorist threat was a way for, they did that because it would silence her more because of fear and safety. I mean, it very well could have been, we don't know.
We don't know.
But like, she also is not in government. You know, do you know what I mean?
Thank
Like,
you. She's a
she's like,
musician, and it's like people seem to like forget that. She's a
yeah,
musician. Her job is to make her music and
right.
sell her music. So when people are like, oh my God, she's selling all these variants. Yeah, that's her job.
Right.
You know,
And,
like,
and so is every artist. Like, every artist that puts out an album has like 400 variants of it. Okay.
mhm.
It's not her fault that she has the biggest fan. Well, actually it is. It's her fault that she has
Yeah.
the biggest fan base of all time. Like, sorry, but that's just,
And notice no variants out since the album came out. Like now it's just, if you want to buy it, you have to buy the regular, you know.
oh,
Okay.
can
I'm
I
sorry. Do you want
sidetrack
to say
really
anything else
fast?
about that particular? Because then I want to move on to the necklace that Shaylin brought up.
Okay. Yeah. We can move on to that.
Okay, so the necklace. I'm sure you've all heard about this controversy about the necklace, which is first of all, in case you don't know, the beautiful necklace that I wanted so bad, which now is never going to be resold. I'm really pissed about that. It has 12 lightning bolts because it's Taylor.
12th album.
12 lightning bolts and then one star pendant, which makes 13 because it's Taylor Swift. Like,
it's her 12th album and Opalite.
Absolutely. But I am almost positive that I saw the original post that brought all this, that started all of this. Charlie XCX fan that started it.
Well, of course. I mean, this,
of course,
ladies
right?
and gentlemen, this was exactly my freak out when I first heard the album and we first did that podcast. The first podcast that we had, and I like was being kind of like negative and like freaking out.
Yeah, because
this was the foreshadowing that I saw. Like, this is how wild fan groups get. We did not need extra controversy. Oh, it's doing it again. Damn it. We did not need extra controversy. We didn't need anything else that will give people reasons to dig into what Taylor's doing. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And like, I'm very torn on this subject because it's like I saw it coming. My thing is, like, I saw it coming. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. All the unhinged insanity of, you know, of when she does a bold out of nowhere diss track where no one sees it coming. This is the shit that happens. You know, it's it's ridiculous. And so what are they elaborate on what they're alluding that this with the, because people might not know what they're saying, that the
okay, and I'm gonna have to use slightly coded language.
Yeah, so use coded language so we don't get
taken down. Okay. Yeah. So in the picture from the website of the necklace, obviously it doesn't show the entire necklace. It shows, you know, it on like in a box basically. So it only shows the front half of the necklace. So in the front half of the necklace, you can see 4 lightning bolts on this side, 4 lightning bolts on this side, and then the little, like basically this little star, which happens to have 4 bigger points and 4 smaller points with a fake opalite in the middle, plasticky looking opalite.
And they're saying that it represents.
So I guess, and I think this says more about the original poster than it does about anybody else. Because I didn't know this. I guess 8 and 8 is a Yahtzee kind of dog whistle. Okay, I didn't know that. I actually thought it was like 1488. I didn't think it was 88. I don't know. It's not something that is on my radar. And also 2 lightning bolts put together. Not these type of lightning bolts that don't have points at the end, that have like straight lines. And so different looking lightning bolts. But when they're put together, also have been used as an insignia in the past for Yahtzee propaganda. Okay. Right. So this person put that picture together, and also the baseball cap from Father Figure, and basically said, these are the MAGA, the new Yahtzee, the you know, it's giving dog whistle kind of a thing, as if any hat with writing on it is now owned by MAGA, basically. We all know those are direct lyrics from a song. It don't have anything to do with anything political. But we also have seen how people are taking the lyrics either purposefully taking them out of context or have the least ability to like critically understand media. It's
right. Like
it's unbelievable. Like
and
there's complete misunderstanding of Opalite, which blows.
No, it's not even they misunderstand it. It's that they're looking for anything that can simply and whatever satisfy their long like lust over wanting her to be in some sort of like secret affiliation with everything that she publicly stands against. Okay. And it's like delusion at the highest calibers of delusion. And it's also like, okay, let me just explain why, because it's 8 and 8, right?
The necklace that you can see when you actually receive the necklace, it's 6 and 6 because it's 12. Okay. So it's not, that's just the picture in the box.
So it doesn't even make sense because really,
no,
it's 8 and 8 is usually the one that describes Yahtzees.
I guess so.
It's well,
I guess it's his birthday or something. I have no
idea.
It's
the 8th letter in the alphabet, which is H, and it's a double H, and so it's 8. It's like so lame. Also, it's just like whatever. The only reason I know this is because I used to work next to these people that had all these cars with all these stickers on it that I like couldn't figure out, and I'm like, something about them, I don't know. And then when the January 6th happened, they put like this crazy like rooster, you know, that like Proud Boys rooster thing like on their car. And so I was like, oh, I'm definitely looking up all of these like symbols, you know what I mean?
And I looked at I looked at the 8-pointed stick because I'm like, is this star? So like I'm wearing this bracelet, like is this star something? It's not the 8 point. They were just doing like 8 and 8. I mean, this person obviously very, very purposefully looked through the entire merch and said, and like
Darren,
desperately looked for something.
Yeah. And it's like here's where the real shock that's going on right now with this whole thing. I mean, the real thing that we should be actually concerned about fully 100% wide open and fully concerned about is our general public's lack of critical thinking. So if you break this down into any format and you go, why would Taylor Swift, the most famous woman on earth,
exactly,
who's in the process of trying to sell the most records to break a decade-long, you know,
long-held record.
Why would she then, in turn, decide to make all of the merch have Yahtzee symbolism in it? Like, what for? What purpose? And how would this really play out in this political in this climate right now, where everyone is on insane alert for Yahtzeeisms that are not the flagrant Yahtzeeisms that we see in people that actually are doing Yahtzeeisms left, right, and center. Do you know why are we ignoring the blatant
like a certain rapper who came out with a shirt that had the most obvious Yahtzee symbol on it that everybody was like,
correct.
He's mentally ill. What are we gonna do? Like,
or like political figures that are doing the Yahtzee salute. I'll just say it like that. Yeah. Or just
just the thugs who are taking people without warrant, and
or like the political people that are plagiarizing Yahtzee members' famous speeches on live television, like literal plagiarizing. There's no question this, but like, oh, Taylor Swift's, dancing through the lightning strikes in the Opalite song. Those thunderbolts are the ones that are
Right.
truly causing concern. You've got to be kidding me. It's just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm tired.
So here's kind of, and I've sort of hesitated to say this, but now I'm really starting to see some evidence. Here's I think there are 3 different things going on, and maybe other people have seen this as well. I mean, I don't want to sound like, okay, so obviously we have the Charlie XCX fandom. We knew they were gonna come. They're gonna come hot. They're gonna say things.
Yep.
So the best is just to not engage. Don't.
And it's just starting now, everyone.
It is just starting. Don't retaliate. Don't do the same thing. Right? Yep. We rise above. We don't have to do that. Let them, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. It was a misstep, though. I will forever say it was a misstep of Taylor's. Period.
That's what. Yeah. Fine. But we've been through that before. We can be through it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the second level of it is the haters who we're always haters, and they're always going to be haters, and they just were fed on this. Okay.
Yeah.
In conjunction with rage bait, clickbait being so huge right now. And there are people, there's always been the phenomenon is if you put Taylor Swift in your headline, you're going to get clicks. Right now, if you put something negative about this album in your headline, you are going to get clicks.
Totally.
So please, if you want to support Taylor, don't click on those people. Totally. There are people, and I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah, and
there are people who are well known, like
and I'm stunned by it.
I'm
stunned by it.
Are saying negative things about this album. I do not believe they really believe it, but I don't either. I
don't either. And I'm stunned.
Holly and
I'm stunned.
We don't care about clicks. We just don't. Like, we are here to support Swifties. We are here to support Taylor Swift, and we are here to celebrate joy. And this album is joy.
Without question. And I'm shocked. I'm shocketh over the shocketh.
And those people that are lying about it now, watch, because in about a month, we see the light.
No, we're not afraid.
Like this album now. Once it
Hi.
Once the tenor dies down, once they stop getting the rage clicks, they will then maybe their true thoughts about the album, or maybe none of their thoughts were ever true. I don't know at this point, but if they're not being honest with you now, maybe they were never. I don't know. I couldn't be that person. I could never be a person who wasn't genuine. Like, I think it was Darren, you said earlier, like, I'm too old for this. Like, I am too old to fake anything.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever I say is just going to be the truth.
Negativity that I had over this album was out of fear of this exact scenario that's currently unfolding.
Yes,
because we had my first rodeo, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. Here,
and I think we had a little bit of fatigue from some of the missteps in the rollout, and I think that's valid. But that was not about the album itself. But yes, I agree. I agree. So here's the third thing that I think is going on, and this is the one that I'm like, do I say this out loud? But now I'm starting to see some evidence of it. I'm curious if anybody else has seen evidence of it. I'm not going on record that this is absolutely happening. This is just a theory. I feel like there's an organized attack going on. I don't know from where. I feel like it's a lot of bots. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of, and I'm seeing some creators who are starting to pick up on it and will post the exact same comment, a negative comment, in different posts from different accounts, which tends to flag as there's bots, there's something going on, there's something's being farmed out, there's messages these aren't genuine thoughts of genuine actual people. And it makes sense because if you look at the numbers and if you look at the discourse online, they're not matching up. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being a conspiracy theorist.
And you're allowed to be. So this is space for all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This casual watcher, thank you for bringing this up. This breaks my heart right here.
Mm-hmm.
This truly breaks my heart. This really bothers me. This breaks my heart. Okay. Because here's the thing though. it's like you're allowed to not like this album. All right.
Absolutely.
You're 100% not
Worse.
and you're allowed to critique it. And critiquing is smart. I've critiqued we know how I do not like Wood, eldest daughter, and
Mhm.
like there's I'm like, yeah.
Which fair.
However, you also have to at some point in time go, why did Taylor do this? So to your point, Taylor, I want to say that I'm not fully convinced that Taylor's not courting this controversy on her own and sort of doing some of this. I think a lot of this is super performance based, and I've been exploring the life of the showgirl in a different way.
Okay.
I decided is this thing doing
that was so funny though, because it was like lean in.
I think I have hand gestures on that I just got a new camera, you all, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
That's okay.
So I decided the other day to erase everything in my head about Showgirl and revisit the music. Okay. And we'll get into that later. But I got some too. I am very, very sad that here's the thing. I cannot like some songs, but I would never bash the entirety of the work. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I struggle. These songs,
it's different. It's a different vibe right now than we don't like a couple songs. You know what I mean? And then the whole thing is oh, well, there's only 12 songs. So if you don't like this, not really though, because it's the amount of negativity that's coming out from if you truly and I don't want to say this because I know that these channels and these people and these creators truly love Taylor Swift as a person, as an artist. I know that they do. Without question. So it's a strangeness, and maybe it is just for clicks. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is I truly just hate this album with every fiber of my being. But if you don't choose to look for the layers in it, and here's the other thing, you don't even have in a part of my I'm just resetting. I'm just resetting, and you can just love it because it's happy and upbeat and fun. Yeah. Some of the joy of this is that it doesn't make you think. You don't have to overly think, and I think that's part of the beauty in a lot of it is because it just lets your mind just have fun.
Just have fun. We need fun right now more than fun.
And there's a lightness to it that you this not all of this perplexing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a show. You guys, it's just a show. The album is a show and she's performing. Would you really be this bent out of shape if you literally went to a show? Are you not entertained? You know how she said that in her Person of the Year interview? Yeah. Are you not entertained? Are we not? Because I am. I'm fully entertained. Fully entertained. Do I think
there's go ahead.
Do I think that the Charlie situation should have been tampered down and do I agree with some of the vibes of canceled being able to be manipulated? Yeah. Do I think it's strange that she refers to women a lot on this album as bitches? Yes, I do. In all my Swiftie years, I have never seen it. Never seen it.
They are bad people in the songs. They're saying bad things and doing, I mean,
but still, I've never heard it, but
I mean, I kind of,
is it but does it make me go, I hate this album and Taylor Swift is a secret Yahtzee player and blah blah blah? No. Never.
Or she wants to have kids and so she's a trad wife. What are we talking about? She's one of the most successful working women in the world. What are you even saying right now?
What are we saying? I hope the Swiftie fandom can all agree that no matter what hate comes our way from anyone else's fandom, that didn't think, yeah.
Do not engage.
Do not
Don't put
engage.
fire in the flame.
It's sad. It's sad because you know what's going to happen is that people are going to realize, like, wow, this album is truly remarkable. It's different. Okay. It's different on purpose. And it's incredible. Like it, and I'll get into it in a little bit.
Yeah. The thing that strikes me, and again, I've been trying to stay away from it's like I'm trying to balance it, right? So what I am finding is that so many people who I think are genuine when they say they don't like the album,
fine,
don't like it because they had a preconceived notion or expectation of what the album was going to be that had nothing to do with anything Taylor said. They either thought it was going to be Tortured Poets 2.0,
yes.
which I don't know why, or a lot of people, and this really shocks me, is they really thought it was going to be like essentially a Broadway musical, which as a Broadway lover, I would love that, but I don't see that being commercially successful.
I think there's so much Broadway in this album.
I mean, I agree, but I mean, on the surface, obviously, that's not what it is. It's not Chicago, right? Like, it's like people were really thinking it was going to be tap dancing and
oh my god,
like, you know what I mean, like cabaret, and
but like people,
why
would you be thinking that?
What are we doing here? Like,
why would we be doing this? Why would we be doing that?
Exactly. If that's not commercially viable,
why would she be doing that?
That's very niche.
And like, okay, here's the thing. Taylor is going after all the records. She does care about them all. Every single last one of them.
Which she is very much allowed to, should.
Absolutely. This is my favorite part of her. My favorite part of her is that she's like unapologetically like, I want every award. I want them all. Good. Yay. I'm going to openly say I'm pissed when I don't win. I'm going to work harder, blah, 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 all the things. She made an album that has broken some of her long-standing, I'm trying to break these award albums. It was part of the strategy. It's part of being a showgirl. It is cutthroat. It is competitive. Mm-hmm. She's like, how can I break this 10-year like record that I've really been trying to break, you guys? I've been really trying to break this thing. Yeah. And I'm doing it now. Like I'm done with whatever. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it in this way. I'm changing up my format. I can't do it with another heartfelt, like insanely deep Tortured Poets department because like mass general population people are not going. Do you know what I mean? There's enough sadness right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, please give me Opalite every single day of the week. I just want Opalite. I literally just want Opalite.
And it's like, who else at her level? Who else is she competing against? Like,
no one. She's competing against herself.
Exactly. To push herself to consistently be better, which we want her to do, which any like of these little influencer, motivational people would say, set a bar for yourself, set a goal for yourself. That's what she's doing. Maybe you don't
take your shot, as Travis Kelce would say, right?
Exactly. And she doesn't have. She has to break her own records. She has to. That's all she's got left to do. She has to change. She's it's.
And Showgirl is expertly crafted.
Oh yes,
it's expertly crafted. And if they're not getting the message because it doesn't have like you didn't have to whip out a thesaurus. See, it's crafted in a very different way. Okay. Yeah. And I can't wait to get into this part because in my like resetting of this album, a lot occurred to me.
Okay.
And it's truly fascinating, this album.
I agree.
And it will keep you guys, I don't know what's happening. I keep turning this off and it keeps turning on. So
maybe it just wants to get close to you.
Oh, I think it's hand gestures. I think my hand gestures are turning it on.
Okay, so
I'm Italian. What do I do?
Like we're Italian. We're gonna use our hands. Like I don't know what to tell you, camera.
Oh my god!
Just turn off the Italian American setting.
I can't. So yeah, I mean, like, okay. I don't know. Like, there's no Flop Taylor. Exactly. There's no Flop Taylor album.
It's just a Taylor album you maybe haven't come to appreciate yet.
Correct. Here in Sparkx Land, we always have fun. We do. We always have fun.
We always
see the glitter. Okay. We always see the glitter. Regarding Charlie, we do not know what happened out of sight.
exactly.
Correct.
We don't. And that's sort
We
of
don't.
my point.
That was my point. That was my point. Because here's the thing. Usually with her beefs and her like feuds, they develop in a way that allows the general public and the fan bases to already have a very solid narrative on what happened, what was right, what was wrong. And usually by the time Taylor comes out and does a scathing diss track, the majority is already on her side. And that allows us to see this song as a victory lap celebratory situation. When it comes out of nowhere and puts Swifties on defense mode instead of like offense victory mode, it feels strange, and it allows for a lot of areas of misinformation to, because we have no idea. You know what I mean? It's like, if it's done in private, keep it in private, Taylor. I mean, in a way, like, I mean, I will firmly stand on this, because I will promise you that Charlie's next album is going to be a decapitation situation. It's going to be a rebuttal to something that we don't even know the story to. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be wild, and we don't know. And this is why I was like, I hope that we can avoid this, because you know what I'm saying?
What's interesting to me is that, that's different.
She did say bitch pack in that, but she wasn't referring to like directly at like these bitches. You know what I mean? And this bitch and this, like, I've just never heard her speak like that. And that is like something that I found like
there's like an affectionate bitch, and then there's like a But and in this album, for the bitches are the people who are like accusing her of like, my man wants you and that's your fault. I don't like that behavior. That's your man's fault. That's not the woman's fault, right? And also,
right. And so it's like, why are you
the people who want her dead? Like, that's, I mean, I can give her that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there's just a lot of bitch talk, which is just unusual. But you know what? Maybe she's like sick of dealing with everyone. I mean, to be quite honest, she's been like, I've been nice, I've been sweet, I've been this, I've been that. It never ever works. Like, and I'm just now pissed off and happy at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm just over it and happy as shit. Like, I'm over it and under it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I just want to say one more thing in terms of like all the political stuff, and then maybe we can move on from that. Hopefully,
yeah, please.
At least today. Okay.
You say that I just kicked out that thing again.
No, you're fine. Okay, so I think that some of the discourse in terms of the politics and maybe supporting a certain leader, it does a little bit have to do, well, being with Travis, being with the NFL tends to lean a little bit more conservative, but also being friends with the Mahomes, and the Mahomes in the past have supported. Okay. Now, do I love that she's hanging out with people who support that political party? I mean, no. But listen, here's what the conclusion that I've come to in my heart with it. First of all, I don't know these people. I don't know what Patrick and Brittany, like, I don't know what they say in their spare time. Maybe they have changed their minds. Maybe I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know anything about them, to be quite honest. Okay. And yes, we can only judge people on what they've told us about themselves. But when I look at Taylor Swift's life and I look at my life, I can say that Taylor and Travis certainly have an enormous amount of luxuries that I could never even fathom. But a lot of those luxuries are material, right? And to an extent that does create a lot of other things. It rolls over into other things, time and health and things like that. Well, one of the luxuries they don't have is that my private life is private. Totally. If I want to cut someone out, like if I tell Holly a secret, I know it's going to stay a secret. You know, if I have something in my life that I'm struggling with, or that I'm working on, I don't have to constantly be worried that that information is going to come out in the public before I'm ready for anybody else to know it.
Right. Because like,
and so I think that in Taylor's world, what she judges in terms of the people that she surrounds herself with is less to do with like politics and values and things like that, where that's how we judge it because we're just regular people. And she is judging who's going to keep the things I need secret. Who's
Right.
going to not run to the tabloids? Who can I just feel myself with? And I think the value in that, because of her life, is skewed a different way than it is
Right.
for us regular people.
Absolutely.
And therefore, it's very hard for us to judge what it is like for her and who she chooses to surround herself with versus who we choose to surround ourselves with.
Well, totally. Yeah. And also just like do a little just thought in your own life and go, if every single one of my problems or like insecurities or like things that I'm struggling with had a monetary value to them to be sold,
Mm-hmm.
think how crazy that would be, because that is what she deals with, is that like anything that they find out about my human life, human person existing on planet Earth, dealing with human things, has a humongous monetary price tag on it. And
I mean, her belly button. Her belly button.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe she's changing their hearts and minds. I don't know, but I am willing to give her the benefit of the doubt on that because of the things she's told us. Both her and Travis have in the past let us know where they stand on these issues, and until they tell us differently, I'm going to assume they still believe those same things.
Yeah. And like Taylor's just having fun. I truly believe that she's having fun with this album, but I think she's also making a lot of like interesting she's making a lot of statements, and they're kind of not obvious. You know what I mean? And they're really cool though. The things that she's doing are really cool. And Mike, what you're saying right now is a part of what I want to talk about later. Like, we were all talking about how, you know, we hear a lot of other artists referenced on this album, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were all talking about it.
Our brilliant revelation that I am shocked that I feel like I thought it was going to blow up on, not like from us, but like I just thought everybody else would figure it out too.
Well,
I'm waiting for like everybody to be like, oh. And
I think it's a part of the theme. I don't think that she actually, because I went back and listened to a lot of this and tried to get the like chord progressions on a lot of the songs versus the chord progressions on this. Like I did, like there's a lot of, honestly, some of the most, I just did it again. A lot of the most interesting things on this album have to do with the music itself and what a craftsman she is, because I mean, should I just we'll just talk about this later.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later. Let's get through these comments, because I definitely want to talk about that. Everything she does has to be bigger than the previous, which is why the next tour will be. Yeah, I mean, she's never going to.
I don't think anything will be bigger than the Eras tour.
There's nothing that could possibly. I mean,
well, she'll do something that will make it.
Yeah, like we don't know. Like she always surprises us. She wants us to feel her joy, and that's this album. Exactly. She's happy, everyone. Yeah. Deal with it. She's having the time of her life. Okay. It's joyful.
And she doesn't even have to fight dragons to do it.
Right. And it's truly a stunning album when you look at the incredible amount, like the musical landscape versus what she's doing with her vocals is so absolutely mind-bending.
I agree.
When you look at it, for like, here's what people are not doing that they should be doing, on top of the fact that yes, she is really happy. Like she's over the top happy, and we should all be celebrating. We should. I can't lift my hands right now to snap, clap, and cheer like bracelet shake because my camera is going to go off. But like, I'm doing it in theory.
Do it for you.
But like, The techniques that she's using on this, this album should be studied in how she's delivering like how she's delivering lyrics and the insane sound structure behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what I will get into this really fast.
Okay.
Here's what I've like totally have realized lately is that the sound, like the actual instrumentation of this album is so wild because it is so technical, but you can't really hum it. Because it's her lyrics. Like she actually is both the instrument of the melody and the like she's producing the melody out of her own vocals. Like if you take away her vocals, the background sounds are so abstract.
Oh, interesting.
Like her, like everyone can go like hum the tune of Love Story or whatever, or Shake It Off. You know what I mean? The instrumentation is equally as recognizable as the lyrics. But in this one, her insane melody structure that she's using with her voice alone, period, is so crazy. Because if you take her vocals out, you have songs that go like, bup, bup,
so there's not a musical support to her vocals. She's creating all of that, and her vocals are very layered. So they're very layered.
They're very layered, and there's a lot of like ad-libbing in there, like throw-ins that are like completely like so perfect, like Max Martin like throws and like overlays, but like the sound, it's like the actual instrumentation is very sparse in most places, and her singing style creates the entire song, which is
I agree with
we
that.
haven't had that before, and it's so difficult to do. Like if you in your head try to hum Opalite with like just the instrumentals,
right,
or like Fate of Ophelia with just the instrumentation and not her parts in it, try to do it. I mean,
you can't really tease them apart.
Well, you go like, what's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
If it's not her voice, then what is the instruments doing? It's not a lot. It's very interesting.
It's interesting to me that I feel like that analysis of this album is not happening because the discourse is so loud, and that really frustrates me. But yes, the interpolation I still think is the most interesting part of this album. And do you want to get into, or you want to hit some more of these comments?
I'm gonna hit some of these comments because like I see the sad part is with this one, Darren, is that like Charlie doesn't need to have the word play. She just has to have a savage rebuttal. The parts that we don't know, she could make up. How would we know? Yeah. I don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. It just opens the door for anything. And I just don't feel like dealing with it. Like this album is so good. It is so good. And it's so good in a very different way than any album she's ever done. It truly highlights her like mastercraft of song building. You know, it really does. She likes people for their character, not the
political beliefs are their character. Those are intertwined.
And I think like she can't, like, again, her fame always gets in the way. Like her fame always gets in the way. If she's at an NFL event and Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes, whoever wants to take a picture with her and she says, no, I'm not doing it, it will be a bigger story than her taking the picture with them. Do you know what I mean? It will be, oh, now Taylor won't even conversate with So it's like she can't win either way. She can't win either way. Like it's just horrible. It's tough to separate character and political affiliation. Without question, it is. Yeah. Without question, it is. But like, she also is really aware of the optics of everything. Like we take it for granted. Like everything we do does not become an optic.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can go like 7 days, like, and do a whole varying amount of things, and like no one even knows about it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? I could be doing extreme shit. I mean, I'm not, but I could, and people would be like unfazed. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As we all could, but like every move she makes in public has 3 million cameras on it. You know?
Yeah.
And it just becomes a conversation. You know? I hang out with a lot of Trump supporters. I live at home with my parents. Are also being associated with Trump supporters don't make you MAGA, because I don't agree. Exactly.
I mean, that's very true.
It's so true. It's so true.
Right. Unfortunately, people are taking that like, you know, if you're at a table at dinner with 12 Yahtzees, then there's 13 Yahtzees. You know, like, which I get to an extent, but there's nuance. And one thing the internet discourse doesn't like is nuance.
Right. But here's the bigger like question we should be asking is that why are Yahtzees getting a place at the table at all?
Yes. Clock it.
Right?
That's like, the bigger that's the bigger problem.
The bigger problem is why are we having to deal with Yahtzees in 2025 in America? Why are we even having to make room for this?
Right.
Right? I mean, right? That's the bigger problem. It's not the seating chart that somebody, you know, who managed the event is putting out. It's really why.
Well, that's why I think like this coordinate, like I think there's a distraction element to it. There's a lot of stuff that there are certain people wanting to keep us distracted, wanting to keep us discussing other things than some very important details that need to be addressed, released, and talked about. And if we are all talking about Taylor Swift and whether she believes this and whether she's a trad wife and whether this lyric means this, which it doesn't, then our eyes get off the ball maybe, and we stop pressuring the people in charge to, you know, be in charge.
Well, who's in charge? I mean, like, there's not even any laws. We're like, okay, I'm not going to get too crazy here, but like, we are in uncharted territory. And Shaylin, I understand.
Oh, you live in Utah, honey?
Yeah, like I
absolutely
totally get it.
Adopting you, and you can
I totally get it. And it's like, it doesn't mean that you participate. I know this. And like, it is,
but that's got to be so hard.
It is so hard. I can't, like, literally, I understand this. I live in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. I live in crazy ass Florida. So trust me when I say I understand this. But, you know, the thing is that we're not famous. I think it's like a different, like, we're not on the public, like, we have to deal with our families, and we have to deal with our friends, and we have to deal with our neighbors, and we have to deal with, like, you know, our communities and all this. But like, there's not like 700 cameras like opting our like every second. I do not agree with anything at all. Not even one thing on their platform. Like nothing. I agree with nothing. To like the soul of me.
Same.
Agrees with nothing. But in a lot of like work, like at work events, though, I have to deal with, you know, you like at family events or like wherever you go, you know what I mean? You have to deal with like people that, like, even if this climate was not what's going on, there's like work events that I've walked into where there's assigned seating. That's kind of like what I'm talking about. Like, like where you don't, it's like, okay, well, this person said you get to sit here. And then there's like a group picture, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know, like, this is what she's dealing with in a lot of these organized, pre-planned photo opping situations where it's like, if I say no because of blank, it's going to cause a bigger problem than me just taking the effing picture.
And they've been trying to trap her with things like that.
They've been trying to trap her with it. And she's not falling for it either. She's not, because it honestly, what would be worse for her And this is so sad. But what would be worse is for her to refuse it. Can you imagine the shit storm of that? It's just a nightmare. Like, but the bigger question is, why are we, again, saving seats, having placeholders for Yahtzees? Or anyone
again,
else doing all this othering. I just can't.
But again, it's nuance, and it's like the people who are walking around saying, well, I have cut all these people out of my life. Why can't she? First of all, I don't believe you. Second of all, if you have, it's probably because you didn't have that many people in your life it's easier for some people than it is for others. Like, I'm not saying like people, I know there are people who have like cut out parents and cut out loved ones and cut out friends. And I'm not saying I don't believe you. And I understand, I recognize that it is very, very hard thing. And a lot of people have had to face a lot of hard realities.
I've had to do that with friends and like, I've had to do that.
But the people who are, walking around as though they are so much better than everybody because, well, I don't have these people in my, I don't think they understand the nuance. And
we don't need to get deep into it because it's just a nightmare.
That's true. You're right.
It's a nightmare, and we're all suffering. And it's like the big question is, why do we have to deal with this in general? Like, I thought we moved, like we're trying to, like, I'm constantly pissed off that I feel like we are devolving as human, like the human race is devolving into like insanity. But I don't want to get into it because, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it brings me down, and we're here to bring joy. So like, let's just move on.
And ultimately I think that's the goal, is to get people in fighting and
and they have, like, no matter what, they look for reasons to vilify her. Okay. And they're all ridiculous.
And they always have, and they always will. And at the end of the day, like, again, it's like with the numbers with this album, like, it's not matching up. At some point, you know, I understand Holly's feelings about Actually Romantic, and it's not that I disagree with her, but I've begun to listen to it as I try to take Charlie XCX out of the equation. And you can very easily listen to that song as any of these haters. Totally. You know, there are these haters who talk about her more than anybody else.
And the craftsmanship of the song idea is phenomenal. Like, it's a brilliant way to go about, the point of view is incredible. Is about Charlie, but I also think it's about all these haters as well that spend so much time thinking about her, looking for these things. Oh, she's a trend. She's this, she's that. She's that. Like, again, and we've said this many times, like, I have artists I don't like, and guess what? I don't check for them. I just don't. Like, I have too many things to do with my life. Right. Like, seriously, everyone. Just move on if you don't like it. I love it. So whatever.
I don't understand.
I saw TikTok today that the Dolby stems from Honey. It sounded amazing. Yeah. So, like, here's the thing. Like, there's so much going on with the structuring of these songs that are truly remarkable. And her phrasing and her The Fate of Ophelia is so wild when you think about the vocal display that she's doing here. And instead of being like, 4 beats, it's 5, which is so weird.
Yeah.
She drags out the Ophelia just to make it match, like, the craftsmanship that's going on inside of the structuring of these songs is incredible. And so, like, people could go, oh, it's a pop album, but it's like really a one of a kind, because it is truly, if you take her vocals out, I don't think any of us would even recognize the song structure. The melodies that she's creating single-handedly by herself vocally with no aid of instrumentation is truly remarkable. It's remarkable, you all. It is a truly remarkable feat. I mean, I'm just saying. Insane. Yeah, exactly. I know.
And I think it was Mike who made a comment a few ago that we had about wish list. That song, the got a wish list, that boopy boppy boop. First of all, I love it. I can't get it out of my head. Second of all, Holly, there's got to be a remix with like Kendrick or somebody. Like,
oh my God, I would die.
Right, it is ripe for a remix.
It is.
It's. There's got to be like a rappy something in there.
It would be amazing. Like her flows are truly like. I'm
sorry, Sheena.
I haven't read that whole thing yet because I'm trying to get this out, but I will read it in a second. The vocal flowing is so exquisite. Like it's such high caliber craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Her subtle calling back to like her subtle like referencing Shakespeare, but like, you know,
yeah.
The other thing is
Shakespeare all through this album.
All through it. It's not just in Ophelia, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
And really it's the structuring of these songs that are, you know, and that's when it reminds me of Broadway, because you know how Broadway, any musical, it's a script, it's a conversation to move the story forward. You know what I mean? It's a conversation, you know, it's scripting, but in song, you know, and she's doing that in such a unique way on this album. And people are not really paying attention to how much vocal control and true, like, I mean, the way, okay, in the chorus of Fate of Ophelia, where she's like, hold on, I need to get the lyrics. Hold on, because I like it's this one part. It's in especially like how
when she goes up high.
No, it's when she merges these two words together.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's so incredible when she says, it's the whole chorus, like. You dug me out of my grave, and it's like she says it like graven. But it's
again, it's very rappy.
It's graven. Like she says graven. But it's grave and because she adds that extra beat to it. Instead of having four, it's she adds a fifth, so she goes graven, saved my heart from the fate of.
That like blows my mind. That rhyme.
That fate of, and then just so she can overextend Ophelia, like it's such mastery of communication.
That rhyme pattern is unbelievable.
And the way she breaks it up and elongates certain things just to fit this kind of archaic, and it does. Here's the other thing, like there's an awkwardness to the phrasing, and I think it's meant to be like like almost human, like human feelings. It's not. It's like, I don't know how to describe this in words, but it's like purposefully chaotic in a way. When you listen to it, you're like, why is I'm doing it again. Why did she go from like four beats per like measure or four measures to five right in there? You know, it's off a tiny bit. And
is it it's on purpose? Is it?
Well, yeah, like part of it is like very much so iambic pentameter.
So hard to say.
Some of it is just absolute. She wanted to do it this way because this is what I was going to bring up earlier. It was either an article or something I was like a news report that I was watching, but it had to have been an article where she was talking about this album and that she didn't even, she'd never even submitted it into her record label for approval. She didn't even know. I mean, she didn't even let them know.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you know how like no artist can do that?
Right.
Like they want to go like send me the roughs. She's like, I'm sending nothing. They didn't even know this was a surprise to them that she was putting this out. It shows you how much singular control she has over the album, like the music that she's releasing now. And I think that is I think she will be the first artist in the history of all music to create her, like of her caliber, to create a label that she does not have to submit. Like she's fully in charge of every single aspect. Like so much of it was done in house, and she talks about it. Like so much of like all of the videos, everything. She's just gradually doing everything in house, and I don't think that there's another artist out there that does all of their own photo shoots, all of their own music videos, doesn't have to even submit anything for a record label's approval whatsoever. They didn't even know that this album was coming out. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
She does not have to consult, and it is truly remarkable. And I think that even with working with producers, you know, I think she's just like, no, this is what I want it to sort of sound like. Do you know what I mean? Like this is we are doing this my way, you know, and that's just what's happening. And the more that you discover why she's like phrasing things out the way that she is, these incredible melodies that are absolute. She said it in the interview, like they're like almost, you know, like they're earworms that are like unforgivable or something,
aggressively contagious or something like that, which they are.
And it's like they really are. But the weird thing that's happening for me with this album is that you don't hear the music accompanying it in your head. It's literally just her lyrics. Like you don't hear like, and then there's this huge like, you know, drum fill, and then like an electric guitar, and then blah blah blah. Like there's one instrument on this entire album that stands out, and it's only for like 1 second.
The snare drum in the very beginning.
Well, that does stand out. That stands out for like different reasons, but like it's in wood actually, and it's the solo instrument that I thought was a flute at first, but it's really not. It's a clarinet and
woodwind.
It's a woodwind. Yep, it's a woodwind, baby.
Of course,
like it's really funny. Like there's a lot of humor to this album that like you have to like you have to be available to accept it, and if you do, you're having the time of your life, like me, because it's like super great. It's super great, and people I feel sad for people that are like, oh, I don't like it. It's like, but why? Because it's not tortured poets. So like everything can't be tortured poets, okay?
And y'all
not
didn't
saying
like
that her
tortured
vocals
poets
not
and tortured poets came
as bad as a bad thing. Yeah, it's
biggest
totally great.
Ever 13 is back. Hey,
Her
back, girl.
Her vocalization on this album is such a standout because it creates like every chorus and every melody and basically every pre-chorus single-handedly. Like there's opening interludes of music, and there's like a very back like almost like distant instrumental in a lot of the songs. I think Opalite has one of the biggest like instrumentals, but still, even with that, her vocal arrangement is honestly the best I've ever heard. Her vocal arrangement. So who cares what the lyrics are saying? Like really, like at the end of the day, it's like the vocal arrangement of this album and the vocal control that she has throughout the words and how she's bending them to she also does this really cool thing in Opalite where it's like where she goes like or not in Opalite, in Ophelia, where she's like Ophelia, and then it's like goes right into Keep It 100. It's almost like dubbed over the ending of the word Opalite.
I mean she's definitely,
and that's such a choice. That's such a choice to like have the next part of the song blended in with the ending of
Yeah.
the chorus. Like she doesn't really like usually her
Well, that's a Broadway thing to do too.
what?
It's a very Broadway thing to do.
It's a very Broadway thing to do because like Taylor really usually has like one of her like standout traits is that she has very defined parts of songs. Like the verse, the pre-chorus, the
Yes. The
chorus, the
bridge.
post-chorus,
Yeah.
the bridge from every other part because there's a huge difference in soundscape.
Mhm.
This one, she's blending like the ends to the beginnings of a lot of like post-chorus, like, and it's done in an absolutely exceptional way.
Right.
Exceptional way.
There is another very Broadwaying
Totally.
element
Totally.
in this album that I have found. I am a huge Les Mis fan, so this is kind of how it came to me. But so the song that plays right before the intermission Les Mis is One Day More.
One Day More.
Please, we could finally sing the whole thing, you and I.
I can.
All the
Don't
parts.
even get me started.
So the beauty of One Day More, and then that other musicals have taken on since then, because it's so good, is they take the motifs of all the characters and blend them in, right?
Totally.
So it's sort of like, it's almost like a thesis statement of the entire musical, of like all these ideas pooling into one.
Totally.
And I realized today I learned, I figured this out. Eldest Daughter is that song for this album. If you think about it, it pulls in an element from every single song. The like sort of chronically online satirical part, the love stuff, even there's a little ruin the friendship in there. There's little hits of every single song that tie into the track 5, which would essentially be like this before the intermission if it were a stage musical, right? It is the thesis statement of the album. And it's another like Broadway technique, but it's not that like that apparently some people were expecting. I don't know.
But the dot dot dots are in there also.
I mean, yes, they are.
They truly are.
And that's kind of my other point is you're a cat later. You have 7 cats. Oh my gosh. I only have 2, and that's quite enough. Quite a handful. So I think that we have to look at Shakespeare a lot for this album, but more specifically Hamlet. I think the thing about Hamlet, and again, I'm going to brush up on my Hamlet, okay? But the big thing about Hamlet is it's a play within a play, right? That's the thing. That's the big, like, woo thing that blew
the 2-for-1 that I was talking about.
Yeah, that is
live streams ago.
That too. But the thing about this album is it's the songs within the songs.
Also,
right?
Well, yeah. But here to add on to that, the epiphany that I had, not yesterday, the day before, was that not only is it a play within a play, she makes that really okay. So you know how like one of the questions of this album with all show business really is like, what is real? Like, what does really mean? What really isn't, right? And a play within a play within a play, which is 100% Hamlet, right?
Yeah.
Play within a play. She shows us that, and this is what happens. Like, so she shows us that in the last song, like so beautifully.
Yes.
She is singing about, how she became a showgirl, the storytelling, all of this. But the very, very end of that song, she puts in the crowd cheering from the last Eras tour. She puts in Sabrina and her on the stage, the shows that we've all watched, right? So we, as the listener, go, oh, I was there. I saw that. I remember that. That was a real event. But really, when you go to that event, you realize also that the Eras tour is just a show.
Yeah.
So this album is super highlighting the show within the show, which mirrors Hamlet's play within a play.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. And I love that.
And it's all that reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection,
Totally.
which we've talked about many times.
Totally.
And the ongoing theme of this album.
Yeah. And like, you just have to like sit and process it and go like, I mean, like, why did she put in? Because that's what I was thinking. Like, why did she put in the applause from the Eras Tour at the last second of this album? Like, why didn't she open with something like that? You know, why is Sabrina in there? And then I was like trying to take like a temperature check of like what I was thinking when I heard her like saying, well, that, you know, like, thanks for coming. This has been our show, you know, like, and I just was like immediately just cast back into the Eras Tour time period and being at the shows and watching the live streams and going in my head, this really happened. I saw this. I saw when she said this to Sabrina on stage, and I was part of the crowd cheering, both in person and at home. It doesn't even matter which, but like we were all a part of it. So this is her, you know, view of that time period in her life. But honestly, guys, the Eras Tour is just another show. So it's like a show within a show. Like it was real, but it wasn't really real.
No.
It wasn't really real life to her. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was just a show. And that's what Broadway is, everyone. That's what show business is. She is the
showbiz, baby.
She's the entertainer. Doesn't Jay-Z have? Yes, he does.
Several artists have their own record label.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she'd be the only person to own her own record label. I'm saying just to have absolutely every single thing be happening in-house. Like she does an extraordinary amount of in-housing that other artists do not do. Like they just do not do. Like even the Eras Tour book, she published that herself. There was like no outside anything. I mean, it's just so interesting. It's so interesting. Melodies so infectious. Yes, yet they're almost angry at them.
Yeah, that is what she said.
Isn't it funny that she used the word angry when referring to this album? Because I think that she knew. I think that part of this is the performance art of it all. The anger that people, I mean, it is so good that it is for multiple reasons inciting like anger out of some people and anger out of some of like her biggest supporters, which I'm very sad about. I'm very sad about because I like the people are like, everyone's trying to like make this a bigger deal, like make it deeper than it is. And there's like no depth to this. And it's like, you guys, where have you all been since the beginning? There's always depth to it.
Yeah. There's
always depth to Taylor Swift. There's always depth. No matter what she's talking about, there's depth to it. There's depth to it. You know what I mean? You know, like
they'll get to it eventually.
What?
They'll get to it eventually, and they'll think they invented it. But you know, we've been there since the beginning, figuring it all out.
Yeah, and like even in the bridge in The Fate of Ophelia, when she's talking about 'tis locked inside my memory and only you possess the key, straight out of Hamlet.
Yeah.
Okay. It's straight out of Hamlet. And it's Act 1, Scene 3, which is 13. Like that is literally a line out of Hamlet. However, the cool thing is that we can take something like that and we can put it into other albums. So like my other thing that I've been doing is like a thought flow, I guess we should just call it. From like various glimpses of other albums and how they've kind of appeared in this album and just little like they're just like they're like little like the little vignettes, you know what I mean? They're not I just did it again. They're not like, oh, this is like the sister song to this. I don't think any of that's happening, but it's just themes and thoughts and all of
little touch points.
They're little touch points that flow through this album because again, what time she was making it, why wouldn't they be? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
I think one of the coolest ones was my epiphany 2 days ago about how, so if we look in the order of her last relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Travis, Maddie, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at the beginning of Tortured Poets, where she's like clearly talking about madness,
Mm-hmm.
and the scenery is institution vibes, you know, and a lot of the prologue in the album. It was a mental health crisis. It was
Yeah.
all of these things, right? And that builds part of this, why she's talking about Ophelia in this
Mm-hmm.
album. It's
Yeah.
that she's not saying that she is Ophelia. Like I think that's the other thing that like people are like, why would she be like? She's not saying that she
Oh
is. She's
no.
saying that, and she's not identifying
Mm-mm.
with Ophelia, the character, but she's dealing with she's she's using it as a metaphor for plays inside of plays, shows inside of shows, performance inside of performance, and drawing these parallels because she also just likes to do that. She likes to
Mm-hmm.
take characters and world build, right?
Yes, but
So
it's very interesting to me that when she describes Ophelia in the second verse, she could be describing herself. Like, and again, I have to bone up on my Hamlet, but my guess is she picked certain details from
yeah,
Ophelia, the character, that mirrored herself. Like, of course she
well,
did.
yeah, and I think that maybe one of the lines from Tortured Poets that really made her revisit Hamlet was drowning in the Blue Nile. He sent me downtown lights. Because if we look at the last relationship that we are aware of that she had with Maddie Healy,
Mm-hmm.
she references drowning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drowning in the Blue Nile. He sent me downtown lights. So it, to me, links so much with this sense of drowning, right?
Yeah.
This sense of overwhelmedness. She says it on Tortured Poets that she felt like she was drowning. She also says 2 graves, 1 gun. So it's like, you dug me out of my grave. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's talked about both of these things with two, like in referencing to her past 2 relationships, and how
Mm-hmm.
this person um saved her heart from the fate of Ophelia. Not her,
Right.
her heart from the fate of Ophelia. The other thing that I think that we should all just like think about is when she references being in a tower. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is really interesting if you go back through her catalog of music. But the last time she does it is when she's being Cassandra, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was in her tower weaving nightmares, patching up or spitting daydreams, patching up the crack against the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a mythological uh
Character.
deity
Mm-hmm.
character in like Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And again, she brings up the tower in Ophelia. You know what I mean? It's all of the symbolism of when she's been
Mm-hmm.
low,
Yeah.
at her lowest,
Mm-hmm.
that his presence has elevated her from. It's not like, oh, Travis came along and everything was cool. Like it's really just not that simple. It's like
No, it
she was
never
looking at
is.
like the landscape of, I felt like I was drowning. I felt like I was going to an insane asylum. I felt like I was truly having like a mental health crisis. I felt like I was Cassandra, the
Mm-hmm.
mythical
Truth
like
sayer.
soothsayer, but was like, you know, her curse was that she would tell the truth and no one would believe her. Like
Yeah.
these are all like interwoven
Mm-hmm.
within this because it's the characters that she paints
Mm-hmm.
when she's performing,
Absolutely.
and the performers who we get to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we go back and like go, oh, well, this is based in fact because of the Eras tour. Well, actually, that's a performance also, everyone. So
Yeah. That's what people don't seem to get. Like, I've seen comments like, that she was in her phone and you were just a pose. And people are like, well, that's based off this video with Travis's ex. I don't know. I don't even know her name. I don't know the video,
hi,
whatever. And then
biggest
people are
pussy
like,
ever 13.
um, the thing is, and then the criticism is, oh, Taylor's gonna judge his relationship with his ex from this video that went viral. Well, no. But she's not going to give us private information about what she knows about that relationship in the song. If she wants to make a reference to that, she's going to use information that's already out there. Like, can we use our brain, people?
Well, even if, like, first of all, I mean, I feel like it's like totally realistic that her and Travis would be talking about like what happened with your last.
Of course they would.
Past relationships, right?
That's what you do in a relationship.
You know what I mean? Like what went wrong? How did it end? Right?
And not just her and Travis, but like I'm sure she talks to other people in his life.
Yeah.
They have that information, you know, but she's not gonna like put that out publicly. That's private information. So if she wants to reference something about that, which she did, she's going to use something that's already out in the public,
right?
So that she's not putting something new.
She has every right to do it, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I love my new hat. I do love it. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with this pose, the shiny bug. I'm like deeply obsessed with it. No, thank you. I'm a cat lady. Like,
I can't believe you have 7 cats.
That's amazing.
I have 2.
The most cats I think I ever had at once was 5, and that was like a circus. It was a circus. The song within songs is that she changes previous songs. Yeah, absolutely.
And Holly and I really, we need to sit down and make like a short, concise video about that, because
we're doing that.
We need to get that message out to the masses, because I really thought everybody was going to have picked up on it by now, but
and it's not like the overarching. See, like this is the other thing. It's like it's not the overarching theme of the album. It's in there because it's it's like, how could it not be? It's her life. But like really the message of this is I got through all of that, and my overwhelming thing is that I'm truly happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
I'm just
a great message. It's
happy.
Simple, but it's so beautiful in its simplicity.
It's so beautiful. I'm just happy. If all you want from me is gray, you know what I mean? Like it's I mean, and why would we want her to be in Tortured Poets Department land forever? I mean, why would we want that for her? Not to mention,
those are selfish people who want that.
Yeah, and I mean, trust me, I love Tortured Poets. I'll never get over it. I love it fully. Take the
like there's so many of those little, like Holly was saying, those little touch points of these little
touch points. Just little touch points.
And within the album itself is that all the songs are referencing, there's words like the word grave is in 2 songs, and all these words. It's so complex. It is a puzzle.
It is. And it's also like she's also showing both sides of her. Like, I was this, but now I'm this. And I can say this word and it's been repurposed. Just like the song Honey. She's explaining it in actually the song Honey, where it's like, these words used to mean this to me, but now because they've been redefined by you, I'm using them in a different way. And she's going to be doing that with her own music too. So what, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so when you look at the overall theme of that song, you kind of it kind of makes you go, well, I wonder what she's going to be kind of like repurposing or like rediscovering or redefining. She's growing as a human. You know what I mean? And I will tell you though, like, her vocals are unmatched on this album.
So good.
Like, they're absolutely incredible. The vocal layering, the background little sounds of her like saying like the talkovers in certain parts are exquisite. So good. I want the isolated vocals with no instrumentation of this album, because it would be
so
like,
good.
They're beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really excited for like when the remixes come out and the different versions and all that kind of stuff, which usually I'm not the hugest fan. I'm a purist traditionally, but for this album, I'm excited.
I am pretty mind blown about the voice memos. I'm writing down all of the craziness about the voice memos, because some of the alterations in the how the song started, I'm very interested in. I'm very, very interested in. And I can't wait to share all that.
I will let you drown in Eldest Daughter.
No, like there's a lot of just themes that are just, I mean, look at the song The Bolter. She almost drowned in frigid water. Like
Yeah.
you guys, there's been a lot of drowning. You know what I mean? Like,
Do
you know what I mean? There's been a lot of drowning references. There's a lot of references. Nothing with her is ever just basic, mid, as people keep saying, which is like, there's nothing mid about it. If it keeps me thinking about something for literally months on end, like it's not possibly mid. Do you know what I'm saying? Not possibly mid. And you're right, Darren. She does not give herself enough vocal credit.
She doesn't give her dancing enough credit either.
She doesn't what?
She doesn't give her dancing enough credit either.
Oh, I know.
She's a fantastic dancer.
She is a fantastic dancer.
I mean, the crispness with which she hits the moves, I mean, that's astounding.
Yeah, especially because we know how much work it takes her, because she has said many, many times over the years, like, dancing is not, like, I'm just not naturally gifted in that way. And like the dedication, do you know what I'm saying? Like the dedication just in general across the board that she displays in every aspect of her artistry. And I mean, I do think that some of this controversial stuff was like, I think it is part of it. I think it's part of the discussion. I think it's part of the discussion because I think and this is going to sound crazy, but like it almost needed to be so there was more discussion about the album, because if there wasn't any controversy to dig into, I think she would go, the general public is like going to miss so much of the stuff in this album. So I have to actually give them stuff to go search, like to go investigate, to get their investigator hats on, because otherwise, I mean, it would just go over people's heads, you know, to be like, oh, it's just happy. That's the end. It's
I'm really curious.
Happy.
You know, she's basically stopped interviews at this juncture. And so I'm very curious, like, is she, when the second single comes out, Opalite, will she be doing more interviews? Like, what else is she going to tell us about this album? I really feel like she's letting us sit with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Letting it marinate. And then I really hope that she's not done talking about it. I really want her to like continue to do some more, talk about it some more, and reveal some more of the process of it. I mean, especially she's gonna have to do promo for the Eras docuseries and Eras 2.0. So I imagine, if nothing else, she'll talk about it then. But I mean, she's gonna mostly talk about Eras tour then.
I'm hoping that Opalite, hold on, has like an absolutely incredible music video. I need it so bad. It was obvious Travis Sticks used him for, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
she still will drop Taylor's name sometimes too. So
go to settings and then to playback, and then on the prefix select the vocal booster. It's not fully isolated, but they come much more to the foreground. Ooh, I will do that. I will do that. Thank you. Being as tall as she is, it is hard to look. Absolutely. I agree with this.
But
she's very tall. She's very, very tall. Like and over the years, I mean, it's just she's put in so much work. Like she has just put in so much work. And I love her for that. I disagree. I'm Dutch. She is just a bit over what is average for a woman. Okay. Well, in America, are you talking about the height? Because in America, I don't think, I don't think
De Bruin, very Dutch last name.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm talking about in America. Yeah. I feel like the average height here is what, 5'7" for women?
I think it's more like 5'5", isn't it?
5'5". It's like 5'5". I mean, she's 5'11", 5'10", you know? So yeah, I mean, it's just different where you are, but like, she's also just completely just come out and said point blank, like, I'm naturally really clumsy, and I just am not
giraffe or whatever.
And I'm just not really coordinated. And so it's taken me a long time. And like, if you go back and look at her progression as a performer, like it's immense. It's immense. It's incredible. It's good for her. And an artist will always change from the beginning to the Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And hi,
absolutely.
Irene. Thank you for joining
us. Irene, yes.
Absolutely. Nice. That's why I love that she will sometimes give us the voice memos, because it's a very interesting, she did with Torture Poets too, just to see how things had changed. And
Yeah, and you love like I love to see how it starts because then you
Hmm.
get like the original vibe.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? How she like tweaks that to morph it or whatever. I'm just deeply interested in everything Taylor. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't even like I just want to know everything that I could possibly ever know. And all I do know for sure is that this album has so many complexities and so much layering, but a lot of it in the craftsmanship, especially like
Hmm.
her vocal control. I mean, I've already said it all. Like, I'm just deeply obsessed with how.
Yeah, I think we're going to be unraveling this album for a very long time. Well, and I think there's a lot of dancers who can dance choreography, but not freestyle, basically.
Right. Yeah.
It
Like,
depends. And then there are people who can dance
she
freestyle,
needs a
but not
routine for
choreography.
sure. She needs a
Yeah,
routine. That's fine.
yeah, that's
She needs.
fine.
I mean, there's a lot of musicians that can't play. Like, well, there's a lot of
Yeah,
pop
true.
artists who can't play an instrument, and she can play like seven. You know what I mean?
And there's
So,
people who can play by ear and not read music, and there's people
right.
who can,
Totally.
only read music and, are
Absolutely.
tone deaf. Now,
All I
should we
know is,
transition to like a Q&A? I've got two,
yeah,
maybe not bombshells, but pieces of information to reveal,
please do that.
basically.
Have you heard about the Reputation tour live from Tokyo that has her in ear mixed with her performance? Yes, I have. I
Mm-hmm.
have heard about this. I have heard about this.
I think I've heard
Uh,
portions of it.
and I mean, I have like, I have thoughts on this because some parts of it you can't do everything live.
Well, yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you
It's
just can't.
impossible.
And especially with Reputation, because there was so much vocal layering and so much
Mm-hmm.
like background like uh vocal animations
Mm-hmm.
and like little snippets where she's like talking kind of like, so you have to sort of like put all that in. And will people give her shit? Yeah, of course they will. Of course
Well, and
they
it's
will.
like you can't say she can't sing and she can't dance, and she's out there and she's singing and she's
Mm.
dancing, but you don't want her to lip sync, but you want her to dance, and you want like
It's
nobody
like
can do it all.
no
Like
one can do it all,
it's
and no one has
impossible.
done it all. Like,
Mm-mm.
produce me the person that's like literally done a show of that caliber, that length of time, and doesn't with songs that are requiring and people are accustomed to the
Right. If you're doing
intense
heavy
amount of
dancing,
Max Martin like vocal layering and ad libs and all of this that like make the song. I mean, it's like you can't be saying like you can't be talking and singing at the same time at different
right.
words. Like, it just
And you can't
so.
do heavy choreography and singing very well at the same time. So you have to
But look how she stepped it up for the Eras tour.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think probably like I would guess 95% of that was live singing. If
Yeah,
not I mean,
it was at least it was nine. Like, there was parts of like 1989 that weren't, but only because again of like the vocal arrangement that has
yeah,
to. You
absolutely.
can't be doing both things at once. Um. Okay, so do we have some Q&As? Does anyone want to ask us any questions? And we will
Well,
answer them.
I think I figured out the gold rep bodysuit.
Okay, nice.
And I have a little scoop about the Eras Tour docu-series. So what
Nice.
would you like while people send in their questions, what would you like first?
Let's do the docuseries.
All right. So docu-series, this is not the biggest scoop in the world, so everybody, temper your expectations. But I reached out to our good friends over at Swift Alert.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I know you probably can't tell me if you're interviewed for the docu-series, but you should be. You're a big part of everything. So like just give me like a little wink or a little hand heart or something, And they did respond back and they said, unfortunately, they were not interviewed for the docu-series. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't be mentioned, that someone won't mention Mastermind. Hopefully Taylor will mention it. Like I really hope that she knew about it and maybe she will talk about it. But at least we know that the Swift Alert team won't be interviewed, which is sad. We don't know like the extent that any auxiliary people will have interviews either. So
Well, I am surprised about that, though. I'm going to text them and say, like, what's up with that? I mean, I am surprised about that.
Well, or they lied to me, which I suppose is possible as well. But they could have just ignored my DM too.
That's true. That's true. All right. So what about the bodysuit?
Okay. So yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Holly's scream heard round the world. That is still hanging over the Gulf of Mexico somewhere.
Still hanging over this Miami.
So there were a lot of posts about it. It was her 131st show. And I just think that's what it was. 13 forwards and back. I think that's all it was. I think it was a 13 thing, and so she decided to switch up that's all it was. I don't think it meant anything except the 13 forward and backwards.
I think it was just to mess with us.
Well, maybe that too. But I think that's why it was that particular show.
Yeah, I just think she was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to really throw everyone into chaos today.
But you knew there had to be a 13 involved, right?
Like, well, yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Because she says she's insufferable about it.
She is insufferable.
I think that I don't think it's an Easter egg for anything. And I also want to just say, like, I've been seeing some really intricate and beautiful theories, especially like the Fatal Ophelia music video and stuff like that. I think we just all need to remember that the Easter eggs are not that deep. They're just not. Like, most of them are just like the picture of Marjorie is not this deep intellectual. It's just a callback to the song Marjorie. Most of the Easter eggs are callbacks to her songs or to actual lyrics on the album. But I could be wrong.
But here's the thing, though: if people want to take them as intricate like things, that's the beauty of an Easter egg.
And they are really incredible, well thought out, developed theories, and I love reading them.
Yeah, and so they're all right.
Sometimes we get ourselves a little too in the weeds with the Easter eggs, and they're always almost always. It is part of the fun.
It's part of the fun, and like if somebody like sees the Marjorie thing and is like, you know, goes on this like big quest about it and comes up with this like beautiful theory about it. I mean, like, I think that they're all right. Like, I think that all the Easter, like, if you put the time into like theorizing something, whether it happens or not, it's right. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's right because you made the connections. And if it's never talked about, then we never know if it's right or not. So
that's true.
Like, you're also like, you pointed it out and you made it known, and this is what you think. I mean, I think that a lot of the beauty of being a part of being a Swiftie is the interaction that you have with the visuals and the music, and like the way it can make your mind expand into a bunch of like different things. And so like, I don't know. I just think that they're all right.
I absolutely agree with you. I just don't want anybody feeling bad that they're like, I don't see, I never came up with anything like that. Like it may not be that, it could be. And if you read those theories and they give you more enjoyment of the album, then that's fantastic. But don't read those theories and think, oh God, I never got that from it, because
I mean,
Taylor may not have put that in there. Doesn't mean that theory isn't beautiful and valid on some level, but just because you didn't.
And like, there's been some theories that I've read that I'm like, I've never thought that, but now that you've said that, I'm going to think of it like that because it's just a beautiful way of thinking about whatever it is. And so it's like, I think that's just part of like it's like almost like a choose your own adventure kind of book in a way, where like all this fan created theories and thoughts and whatever, like I think it's all just really beautiful. And like whenever I have a theory, like I'm never going to be pissed off that like Taylor's not Banksy or like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would never be mad.
She's not Banksy.
Right. Like, and I'm just rolling. Like, it's in my top, like, 5 of my theories I've ever had. So it's like, I am never going to be, I don't get offended. And I honestly, like, don't care who believes them or not. Like, it's just things that I put together out of my life experience, out of my relationship with her music, out of the things that I've noticed. And that's what all of us are doing, really. And we just are bring up our own little piece of art to her artistry. And I think it just makes a really beautiful, like, mosaic, if you will, of all of us,
I agree. Darren said it was also that the original red bodysuit was getting beat up, which it was.
I'm sure.
And I thought it was surprised because she has to travel with like costume tailor type people. So I hope she talks about it on the docuseries a little bit about, like, I'm sure there had to be there's backups. Well, there was that fire though too. Remember that, like, destroyed some of the costumes, and I was like, how are
No,
there
wait,
backups?
what? A fire?
There was a little fire. It wasn't big or anything, but like I think like 2 or 3, like one of the Speak Now dresses maybe
Why do I not remember this?
was destroyed. It was towards the big. It was before I started. It was before the 87 the show, because it was before I started watching.
Wait, was it before the Eras Tour started?
No.
Oh, I don't remember this at all.
Because some of the dresses were seen, and then like literally.
Hold on, is my mom still on this right now? T. Lee, are you still on here?
T. Lee, make yourself known.
Because we had somebody that I think that we're related to. I don't want to like say this in any way, that worked for a certain crystal maker. That was very busy.
Get out of town.
Very busy sewing Swarovski crystals on things.
Like the hardest crystal name to say in the world, that you think in your head you know how to say it, and then when you try to say it out of your mouth, you go,
Oh, hold on. Here's Julia.
Yeah.
Yes. So can we do a follow-up? Can we do a follow-up on that situation and see the details now that it's over? Can we just reach out again and see if we have any interesting details that we can share, or if the NDA is still going? Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Did I skip people?
I don't think that really. I don't know that we've got any specific. It was in Chicago. The fire was in Chicago.
I think more.
Well, isn't that funny? Of course I know about it, because it was here.
There you go.
Hello.
That had to have been national news. Why don't I remember it?
I mean, it wasn't big.
I think that it was reserved for Rip.
It was like a little fire.
Okay. Wild though. I think that it was reserved for Rep TV, but when she knew that it would not be coming during the Eras Tour, she wanted to give
possibility. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I had a crazy theory that the Life of the Showgirl was going to be the Rep Vault tracks. Yeah. I mean,
I think it could have been. Definitely.
It could have been. I think that Elizabeth Taylor is a very rep coded song on this album. I will say that. And I'll just let that be. But I think that is a very rep coded song. That's a very rep coded song. It was that's where the fire was.
Well, Chicago, we're known for our big.
She's our cousin, and she lives in California. Yeah, so can we please reach back out to her and get the details, please? Because now I'm like very interested to know.
Burn the city down. We could have been the third city instead of the second city. A whole nother fire. Where's my Chicago historians at? Woo, woo.
I know, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Woo,
I do know what you're talking about. I just don't remember this little fire.
Well, I can't believe in a million years I never thought I would say something about Taylor Swift that I would know that Holly. I'm sure she knows it. She just isn't accessing.
I really don't recall it at all. No, that's true. True. I truly do not remember this. I know that it happened because you're saying it. I don't recall it, which is wild to me. It is wild because it's like I'm going through my file cabinet. Fire. What?
Fire.
Fire.
Stops on Travis.
I really want to know about my cousin who might have been sewing all of the sequins onto all of her stuff.
Oh my god. All right, chat. Do we have any questions for a Q&A? We're going to try to find a way to have a question box on IG or TikTok or something like that. But for right now, if you have a burning question, not necessarily Showgirl related, and not even necessarily Taylor Swift related, but anything about an era, about a joke you heard, about an Easter egg, about a lyric, about a past relationship,
wishes, hopes, dreams, fears, whatever
about anything, we're here for you. Let's hear your
the other thing is I'm switching streaming services, and we'll be able to post them live on a bunch of different platforms at once, and we can also have polls during that one.
Amazing.
We will be able to do that. I think that is why the tissue paper.
Yeah, that's one of the dresses that.
Oh.
But then again, it's why were there not backups? wouldn't you think that every single costume would have at least one, like if nothing else for like laundry purposes? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
don't know. Do you
surprised by
think
that.
she wore like a new pair of shoes every performance?
Yeah, I don't know what the stats are on that, but it's crazy numbers, I'm sure, because like
They
I
never
mean,
look
the
rough.
reason she likes Louboutins is because they do last really long. But so I don't know exactly if it was every performance, but I'm sure she went through a lot.
And Louis Vuitton made a custom mold of her foot and like
Mm-hmm.
built
So they
them
got
around. Like it's so
comfortable.
crazy. Like it's so crazy. I am like, oh my God. Um. Okay, so who thinks? Okay, okay. Let me ask a question. What do we think? Do we think that she's going to be doing a performance of this album live, and when and
Good
where and
question.
why?
We've not
And
seen any live performances.
do we think that she's going to not tour this album, but show this album like somewhere? I mean, I don't
I'm
think she's
still
going
holding
on.
out for a tour. I think it's going to be later next year, but I'm still holding out.
Yeah, I'm interested. I just can't wait to see what she does with it, because it can't be anything like the Eras tour. Do you know what I mean? Because
Mm-mm.
obviously, I wish she would have auctioned off some of the. Oh my God, me too.
Yeah, I agree with that, but then I just
I want a museum though. Like I want an Eras tour museum so bad.
yeah, I would rather like everybody have access to it at least at first. Like maybe have it in a museum for like 10 years or something, and then I don't know, because it's like people these days, like resellers and all that kind of stuff, like people are, it's not necessarily going to the people who like love it and cherish it, unfortunately, with a lot of stuff like this. And that would be
Yeah.
my hesitation with it. But I don't know.
I
I don't
just
know
want to
how
see
you
it in this big
regulate that.
giant like okay, so what do we like I personally believe that she owns like an enormous warehouse that like houses all of her like memorabilia that she can go like look through. I truly
A
believe like
lot of, I feel like I've seen other,
yeah, oh totally. But
yeah,
like
who do.
I think she has like a huge one. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah, by
huge.
several.
And I want to know where it is. And I want it to be opened up to the public at some point. Maybe, but for no, it seems she is mostly in kid. I know. I
Yeah,
know.
well, that's what I mean.
No.
Like, if she does tour, it wouldn't be till after like football season, like,
Yeah.
and like way after, like after. I don't think she would consider. I don't think she would even start like conceptualizing the tour. Like maybe she has the wedding and then conceptualizes the tour. That's what I'm thinking. Like end of 2026.
I want
I don't know.
I literally want her wedding as a public like broadcast situation, like a royal wedding. Like I want it so bad. I know it will never happen. I know that she needs her privacy, but I want to see it like it's a royal event. Like it's Miss Americana getting married, everyone. Like I want it to be broadcast. I know. Those
Mhm.
reputation boots.
But can we talk about the vigilante shit practice
Dance?
boots? No, the practice boots, the
Oh,
black with the red.
I
Sorry, those
know.
are ugly.
Well,
I just
those are
want to put on the
wild.
record.
And
Those are
I'm
ugly
wondering
boots.
why they see. I have this weird
Right.
thing with those boots. I've
Why?
stared at that picture a lot and I can't figure it out. Okay. Do you know how sometimes, you know how like green screens work? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I wonder if some of the things had like patches of like stuff that like was strictly for like the insane amount of video graphicking that like and effects that she had going on that show. Like first of all, like the shine off of her outfits was ridiculous. It was like it was you could tell it was an effect around her. Do you know what I mean? And it
Mm.
what
Like in
do you know
real life, you could tell.
Yeah, I mean, even on the video, you can like tell. Like you can just it's so well done, but I could tell. You know what I mean? Like there's just some
Right. Well, like on the video, it's like there's lighting. Like it's hard to tell
like I'm wondering if
how
some of
much
the
is like
parts of,
editing.
I'm wondering if some of the parts of like the clothes we don't really this is gonna sound weird, but like like not on stage with the, if they were part of this, part of the screen. Does that make sense when I'm saying this? Like that would have like a super diamondy like swirl, and if that's what that black part of the Reputation boot or the red part, like whatever, like if it was done like that, so there's specific images that can be put upon it that show like texturing and things, because
right. Doesn't wear boots in vigilante shit. Does she?
No, I know.
Not those shaped boots.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about like in the reputation. I'm saying the Reputation thing, like with those boots in general, like in the practice space when she's doing vigilante shit. Obviously, in that video, I mean, in the photo in the book that we see, like the red swirl boot. Like, is it like were they testing a like were they testing like a fabric that can that can reflect images? You know what I mean? Because some of the walking around in different outfits, like there was like CGI somehow like following her like in a really interesting way. Like I was totally mesmerized by it, and I'm like wondering if it's like part of different outfits had that material that was in, I mean, I don't know, like an image.
Yeah, so maybe while she was rehearsing, they were trying out different
testing
materials and effects and things like that. That didn't have anything to do with that particular set, but they were seeing like how with different lights and things like that. It's a great theory. I love it. Yeah,
like just something that like, because I mean, it's like, let's just get this all done at once. Does this fabric work? You know what I mean? How does this whatever? I mean, I don't know. Or she had another outfit in mind that we never got to see. That's the other thing.
Probably.
She probably already planned everything. Probably. I want it to be small. Just a new tour. If she wants babies like she says she does, it's time. It's the time's shortened because of age. Yeah, I mean, I think that first of all, I don't think she's gonna do like a monstrous tour that would be in direct competition with her stats from the Eras tour. Like I think that she would take it down to something really, really small scale that makes it like even more of like a, I don't know, like a sought after thing. Like think of like her secret sessions, you know what I mean? Like that kind of scenario, or like I'll relate it to when I saw Metallica live with the symphony, you know, like that was crazy and like not part of one of their like monstrous tours, but it was like a night with Metallica and they were like playing with the symphony orchestra, and it was so absolutely mind-bogglingly amazing. But it was like it was like obviously a smaller situation, worth worth everything though. But I think it's gonna be something like really special like that. Like, I mean, maybe even like a residency, but not in the way that we say view residency. I think it would be like truly it would be truly spectacular. I forgot to mention this one crazy thing. Oh my God, Darren. Yes.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh my God. I've never seen a bad show at Red Rocks. Oh my God. Now I want this so bad. Now I want this so bad. And I hadn't even thought about how bad I wanted this. I truly want this so bad. One of my favorite venues of all time. Absolutely incredible. The sound, the acoustics of Red Rocks is so good. The scenery.
I've never been, but it's definitely,
oh my
bucket list.
Oh God. Holy shit, it's incredible. I was okay. So I had this moment when I was going through the show within a show, kind of performance within a performance, the whole thing. And there's always been something in the Life of a Showgirl, the song, that like, I'm like, why does this sound like I've heard this somewhere? It's so reminiscent of something that it's driving me insane. It's like literally driving me crazy. And I mean, I've been thinking about it since it came out. Okay. Like just nonstop thinking about it. It's like, what is it? Just me? Am I like hallucinating? Like, am I, but like something in my audiophile head is like matching this, but I can't pull where it's coming from. And then I thought of it, and it is a wild, it's I'm not saying that she interpolated this or in any way like mashed this up, but what's crazy is that it's the vocal flow like crazy similarity, but it's really the theme of the song that's insane. And it is the song Sunset Boulevard from the musical Sunset Boulevard. So the song is about how like everyone in Hollywood is like out to get you, and like it's all these like images and like these like just like everyone has all these masks on. You don't know what's real and what's not, and like and like the bridge part of the song is so it's so similar in like emotional vibe and like landscape of the bridge of this song. The bridge of this song. Like, you guys check it out, but check out the one that is not the original version. It's the one with Glenn Close is playing the lead role.
Oh,
it is the best version of Sunset Boulevard. The song Sunset Boulevard. It's like it's like it sums up this album in a nutshell. Like the whole song Sunset Boulevard really pinpoints a part of every single song on the Life of a Showgirl. It's so wild. It's like revenge and cattiness and like backstabbing and glitter and glam and like you're too old to be a star. She's making a comeback and like all of the I'm doing this just to survive and like everything here steals your soul. Like, I mean, this is a crazy. Check it out. I agree with that. I think she can be smart since it can never be another Eras tour.
Yeah.
Was everything? Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like it can't be another Eras tour. And I think she's going to want to give it enough like air, like enough space to breathe. You know what I mean? Where it's not like, and I mean, who knows? I mean, she always surprises us. You guys, this is the greatest thing about being a Swiftie is that we're like never let down. No. I mean, I'm truly like stunned by the amount of people in our Swiftie worlds that are let down and are like they're not viewing it in the lens in which they know she writes in. It's like instant like dismissal of like answer your own question. Why would she put out a highly less caliber piece of art than she ever is used to? She didn't. It's just a different form of art. And it's highlighting, I think this album's highlighting different, her different talents. Like, I think a lot of the talent of this is vocal arranging.
Yes.
It's like creating the melody by itself. It's the storytelling, but it's not the same as the other ones. And it's just different. Maybe she will go to smaller venues. Like, I know, we could only hope.
That's what I kind of thought. Maybe smaller and less venues, like maybe not worldwide.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's a very possible, and I would love it. I'll take anything. I'll take any tour because I sort of am owed tickets basically for my birthday coming up.
Yeah. So I mean, well, I hope that she. I don't know when she's gonna. She'll definitely go on tour again. I mean, that's not a question.
Well, yeah, obviously.
She definitely will. Which is when, I don't know. I forget. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about Elizabeth Taylor, the song, but I will.
I get something new out of that song every time I listen to it.
It's really wild. It's really wild. I love it.
I wrote somebody was asking about the been number one but never had two, and I just went to town in the comment section, and it was, I mean, they just were like curious about what's your interpretation of this line, and I'm like, well, let me tell you, and like I wrote like this huge long paragraph, and it's fun. I cannot wait until we get to the point where we feel like we can start breaking down some of these songs like more in depth, because I'm like really like holding back a lot of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Me too.
It's going to be so much fun when we get to do that.
Yeah, I had a whole big mind bending thing with the song Elizabeth Taylor that was oddly came to me while I was watching a movie, and I was like, wait, what? And yeah, I can't wait to start breaking them down and just the different. I think that she changes points of views and characters really fluidly throughout this album. And I think that's when she was talking about folklore and in comparison, she changes points of view like really rapidly through this
Yeah.
album, and it's really interesting how she's doing it. And I will just say that her literary device count on this album is astronomical. It's
Yeah.
astronomical, and it's not her typical ones. She's pulling like
Mhm.
really interesting literary devices to use, which I'm super excited about. Like I always love a good literary device. Thank you for being one of the remaining few positive Swiftie channels during this chaotic. I know.
Thank you.
For that.
We are always going to be positive.
We are,
but we always want to be positive.
Yeah, especially when there's stuff to be positive about. Like,
we're
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she released an album of her just making noises. Like, that's what I feel like people are saying. Like, it's not like her just like going like, bum 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 boop doo 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 doo. Like, that's what you would think.
If you come to me and you tell me that you don't have any fun with the Fate of Ophelia or Opalite, I question you. I mean, yes, everybody's taste is subjective, but those songs are infectious and fun. And it's like, so update. Yes, I did break my toe and I can't.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like
it is broken.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like basically I chipped the end of the tip of the bone. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I can't dance. I can't dance to these songs, and it's
but you can dance in your head to them, and that's all
I
that
can do like a little like a chair dance, but it's like if I'm listening to it and I'm like walking, I like that's my natural. I want to, and
but don't, because it will just make it worse. Did you investigate the Easter egg? I think it was yes. So yeah, hold on. Yes, because I find this to be really interesting. Hold on.
I don't remember that.
Hold on, and she put it on the cover.
I don't remember Tane saying that being an Easter egg. So that's interesting.
Hold on, because she put it on the cover of one of the
She did.
One of the
variants.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find it. It's in this room somewhere. You all, hold on.
Okay.
But I magnifying glassed it.
Ooh.
And the wording on it says The Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift.
Uh-huh.
There. I'm like, where?
Although we do have in the merch drop, the very first scene is one of the dancers. They're on like an old-fashioned like a landline.
Yeah. This is still in plastic, so there's gonna be a hell of a glare.
Okay.
And then here's the back of it. But I also think that this is references to like a lot of her I haven't opened it yet, but like I think that it's just a lot of Easter eggs to a lot of different things that she references in other songs. Like the old Taylor Can't Come to the Phone Right Now, Rust the Groove Between Telephones. I mean, I'm not really sure, but like, and I also missed what Taylor Nation said about it.
I'm not finding a post, so maybe either it wasn't on all of the socials or it was like a story or something that expired and somehow I missed it in the, on a day when they were just posting, records being broken, all that kind of stuff. Darren, do you have a screenshot by any chance?
To something on it.
If you have a screenshot of it by chance, can you post it on Sparkx for us so we can see it and we can do a little investigation?
Yeah, because I like blew up with a magnifying glass. This
it may have been someone besides Taylor Nation. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna reinvestigate this.
Yes, we will think on it. Darren, was it the screenshot with the arrow? Oh. Did you get any with Travis Kelce's signatures?
That was fake.
It was?
Yeah, they debunked that as fake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, isn't that a cutie one?
It's such a cutie one. You got a little heart. See, I would get that tattooed on me immediately.
Oh.
What was I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, so the screenshot, Darren, was it like the in the music video and they pointed an arrow to it, or was it like one of like the promotional like of the variant pictures?
I don't know, but now I'm
gonna once and couldn't see it afterwards. Okay.
Your comment, Darren, has made me is making me open this immediately to look into it. The other thing is that I think that the Travis Kelce signature thing has been deemed fake, but I would also, I mean, I honestly, I would be sort of annoyed if I got mine with both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would personally. I mean, I don't know. I'd just be like, why?
Well, now that I think about it, I did. At first, I was like, oh, he put a little heart. But now that you're saying that, I'm like, that would be kind of weird that he would add a little heart too. Like,
oh no, sure. Her signature has a heart.
No, I know hers. No, but it was like hers with the heart and then his with the heart. Oh, and that feels a little weird. I didn't really think about it at the time because I just was taking it at face value. But I could see that would be a gamble in terms of like, I don't know if people would actually want this or not.
Yeah, I don't know because it also would be like, wait, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Travis.
This is not what I signed up for.
You would want
Joe signed some too.
He did.
That I don't. I
don't remember that at all.
Shocked to the core. If that,
I mean, I'm not surprised, but like, I am shocked. I'm pretty sure that it was fake though. The ones with Travis.
It's from the music video, and it was pointing to the. So potentially, there's something written on the side of the phone.
Well, right, I'll have to go get my magnifying glass back out.
Oh boy!
Don't you worry.
I thought they could rest, but no rest for the Swifties.
No rest for the Swifties.
No.
Does anyone else
rest for Swifties?
No rest for Swifties ever. Whoop. Does anyone else have any questions or anything? And then we have to decide, what day is this? Sunday?
Sunday.
Are we gonna come back on Wednesday or Thursday? I have a lot going on this week.
Yeah, so do I.
So I mean, maybe it will be. Would Thursday be good or no? I have to look at my schedule. We'll either be back Wednesday or Thursday.
I can do Thursday.
What?
I can do Friday. I can't do Thursday. I could do Friday.
Friday is what date?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. All right. So like, let me look at my schedule for Friday. So you guys will be back somewhere this week, sometime this week. Don't you worry. I
definitely back Sunday at 4.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be back Sunday. We will definitely be back on Sunday. And we will let you know if like we're gonna do like a midweek live.
If you subscribe, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, you'll get a notification. And we're gonna start, doing our videos where we break down some of the songs. So we also need time to like figure out all of that. I think
because we don't do those live. Those will be like pre-recorded.
Should all be more pro. They get so much.
I think a lot of us do support Travis.
Oh, I support Travis. I listen, support and love Travis. I'm a Tavis. I Tavis all day.
Absolutely. It's just the haters they're loud, and we just have to like not feed into them. But I love Travis.
I'm also like when it comes to like signature, like I'm like really neurodivergent, and I don't like anything that like alters like what I expect about.
And I understand that, and I can understand like if
do you know what I mean?
You ordered that, and maybe that's like the one like that would, if I got it, it would be the one signed thing I had at Taylor, and maybe I don't like Travis, or maybe I just want it to be.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be prepared for it, and I would just be like, what is this? You know what I mean? But I think that those were ended up not being
that tracks.
Which is I will try to please try to find it. I will search for it too, and then we will see you guys definitely on Sunday, and we will hope to do another live stream midweek or Thursday, Friday, somewhere in there. So,
and if you're watching this not live and you have questions that you want to answer next Sunday, put them in the comment box. We will save them and we will address them on the next slide or the next Swift AF, which will be our Sundays.
Our Swift AF Sundays. Yes, I agree, Darren. Like I would just want her. I wouldn't be prepared for it any other way. And I would just be like, I mean, both of them, Taylor gets so much. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. listen, here's the thing. I'm going to just close with this. Like, just like, let's just do what Taylor herself has preached for years and just shake it off. You know what I mean? I know it's tough. It's rough out there, but you know what? We are in a really great community. The music is absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
We love and we are supporting, you know, each other, and we're supporting the artists that we are so inspired by. And I think at the end of the day that, yeah, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise, but like in a way, it's like they're missing the point, and they're also missing the beauty of it. And that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like, we see the light, we see the beauty, like the beauty, and we see like the colors, you know what I mean? Like, we get to see it. And
all the
you know, like, I hope that people get out of whatever funk that they're in, but if not, then we are still here and we are supporting and hand-hearting and bracelet shaking and snapping and clapping and being really proud. And you should be proud of that. And, you know, you should be proud of each other, and you should be like, I can feel the love and you guys should feel the love. And it's just a big whole, like, love goes around, you know what I mean? And we just have to find and connect with the people that are into fostering love and spreading joy and having unapologetic joy and being just not scared or bothered to not be yourself. You know what I mean? We need to bond with those people, and our message will become louder, you know, and our community will become stronger and our lights will become brighter. And, you know, there's really nothing more powerful than respecting everyone and loving each other and being inclusive and practicing unapologetic joy and inclusion and kindness. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you're doing those things, then, you know, there's really nothing that can touch you. You know, you're on the right side of things, you know,
and we're proud of
history, and we're proud of you and we love you, and you're a bright, shining diamond in the world, and just continue to be bejeweled. Yeah. You guys make the whole place shimmer. So, like, just never stop knowing that and stop thinking that, and leave us your questions. If you have any for our next Swift as Fuck Sunday. Whoop! I'm probably gonna get banned for saying that. But whatever. And we will see you then. And till then and always, peace.
Love.
Oh my God. Peace, love, and Swifties forever. I like made it up and I can't even remember.
I know, right? Thank you for joining us. We love you so much.
Woo!
Next time.
Yay! Bye. Oh my gosh, why?